One of the things that goes with traditional breath practice is mudras. So a mudra literally means a seal, like a closure, a container, something to stop something, It also means attitude of mind, and it means to contain joy. So it's an attitude of joyful, attentive, present mind that is energetically containing. That's what a mudra means, literally. And there are three kinds. There's mano mudras, things you do with your mind. There's kaya mudras, things you do with the whole body. And arguably yoga practice in its tradition actually is a series of kaya mudras, nothing else. And then there's hasta mudras, things you do with the hands. So I'm going to introduce you today some of the hasta mudras we can use in practice. And you can do these when you're practicing the breath work. They're very instructional because what they're doing is they're changing the way your mind is working. They're drawing energy internally. One of the very simple ones is like this. It's like an OK sign. Yeah. With the fingertip and the thumb tip touching. And we can do it with the palms turned out, which is very open. And we can do it with the palms turned over, which is closing and drawing in. There are three levels to this practice as well, with the thumb tip and the index finger touching, with the index finger at the first junction of the thumb, and then with the index finger at the root of the thumb. Now, sadly, this practice has been stolen by facile individuals in the States, rather like Hitler stole the swastika, which was a symbol of auspiciousness from India before it became perverted by the Nazis. So this has been perverted as well. But I'm taking it back. So here we go. And this practice can be used. It's very useful internally, like this. Fingertips on the floor. It's a powerful containment practice, connecting to the earth. The earth as witness, the earth as connecting force, body as earth, connecting to the earth element, connecting to consciousness and earth. This is very much a surrender of individuality, which is the finger pointing aspect, consciousness, individuated consciousness, into supreme consciousness, cosmic consciousness, and that's what this represents to a huge degree. So that's this practice here. That's this practice here. 1, 2, or 3, internal and external. Fingertips on the floor for this part of it. So that's one of the really useful mudras, and we can use this in breath practice as we're breathing. We can also use them in breath holding. There are a couple of other practices I want to introduce to you, a couple of other mudras. One is like this. This is a really beautiful one. This is Dhyan mudra, the mudra of absorption, which is where one palm is placed on top with the thumb tips touching, like this, on the lap. And this you'll see a lot of Buddha statues, Buddha murtis, in this kind of mudra, hasta mudra. Now, which hand goes on top? Well, you'll know because it'll feel right. And you can play with doing the other side as well. Yeah, what feels right? Play with the contra side from time to time as well and check out how that is. It's always a good inquiry. So again, this is a really good one for going super deep into the practice, into the breath practice. So for example, when you're doing something like the 7-wave breath or Ujjayi breath, where you want to go really, really deep, this is a nice way of encouraging depth internalization. Great. And the next ones I've done, we've had a look at this one with regard to craniosacral pumps, which is another hasta mudra, which is very grounding here, very earthing and engaging the earth, the foundational quality, so that we can lift away from that. And the next one I want to look at is where we're crossing the fingers like this, interlocking all the fingers, weaving those together, bringing the fingertips to touch, and bringing the thumb tips to touch. Again, two options here, like this, or like this. I quite like this one, but this is also beautiful. And this again, this is called Yoni Mudra. A yoni is many things. It's a vagina, it's also the womb, and it's also the cosmic creative force of the universe. So it's that divine feminine energy of creation. And this is a connecting force into that creative force, into the manifestation of that. And the last mudra we're going to play with today is where we unwrap the fingers and bring them around the outside like this, squeeze them around the outside of the hands, the index fingers come together and the thumbs cross here like this. And this mudra is the force of consciousness. Force of consciousness. So we have the more feminine and we have the masculine. And you can play with those. Great to play with, great to explore. And again, they can be used in breath practice and they can be used in breath holding. So really beautiful practices to take away with you in all of your practice. These are some of the hasta mudras. We're going to do a lot more of these on the instructor program. Hasta mudras are quite a big part of practice because of the way they affect and inform and create states of joy and help us develop a different attitude to life and to practice. Hasta mudras. Thank you very much.